Welcome to Adams&Butler Africa, a sister company of Adams&Butler. My name is Siobhan Byrne-Lerat and I'm the owner of Adams&Butler Africa along with my husband, Kasao Learat. We do Kenya, the rest of Eastern Africa, so places like Zambia, Tanzania. We also do Namibia, Mozambique and South Africa. And it all started when I met my husband when I was with clients staying at a property in the Mara and he was managing the property. We met, a picture here is the day we met, in 2007 and we got married in 2010. My husband used to be the head of the anti-poaching unit in Savo East, and after capturing and arresting 62 poachers, he was made an honorary lifetime warden with the Kenyan Wildlife Service. He trained as a professional driver guide in South Africa and is one of the top driver guides now in Kenya and is also an elder of the Samburu tribe. As well as Kenya, we do Eastern Africa and Southern Africa. So we do Kenya, Zambia, Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa and Namibia. Most of our clients come for safaris, but we can also offer other types of itineraries there. Two amazing itineraries that we are doing this year really are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Reinhard Radke, the wildlife documentary filmmaker who did the Serengeti documentary, will host our clients on two different trips. The first, on the 5th of October, we'll be going to Oljogi, which is an amazing property. And then we have another one which will visit Samburu and Lewa. These are some of Reinhard's pictures. As well as Serengeti, Reinhard did two films on the cheetahs, and he also did other films on the lions. And the films that he did on the cheetahs and lions were made with my husband, Kasao Learat. So the two of them have been used to working together now for 4 years. The joy about going on a trip with Reinhard is that not only do you see it through the lens of the documentary maker, but he will also be able to give clients photography tips and videoing tips when they're on the trip with him and Kasao. Reinhard has a PhD. His specialization was on warthogs, and he has spent a lot of time in Africa. Here are some of his pictures. The first itinerary visits Oljogi, and Oljogi really is an amazing property. I was just blown away when I visited there earlier this year. The joy about Oljogi is that it's not normally available to the public. It's a private home, so it belongs to the Wildenstein family, and it's in Laikipia. The other thing, it's huge. There are 270 square kilometers, and whereas most private ranches in Africa are now trying to get rid of the rhino because it's too expensive to try and secure them and to keep them safe, Oljogi is home to 45 black rhino, 19 white rhino, and has over 400 elephants who traverse the ranch. It also has 5 large carnivore species and 310 different types of birds. It really is an amazing property. And one thing that I particularly like is that there's an actual hide that I'm showing here beside the water hole, and people can be having dinner in the main dining hall, and there's mirrors all over the dining hall so that if there's any activity, whether in the daytime or at night time, clients can then use a tunnel to get to the hide, which is right beside the water hole. So it really does give you an up-close personal encounter with the wonderful animals that are available in the ranch. And in fact, one of the reasons that Reinhard agreed to host our group is because they were visiting Oljogi, which is just an amazing conservation project. For those who don't do the Oljogi itinerary, we have another one which is a little bit less expensive and which goes to Samburu and to Lewa. Samburu is one of my favorite places. It's a lot drier than the rest of Kenya, and there are a lot of leopards there, and also you get a chance to see animals like gerenuk, which are the long-necked antelope, and oryx. And Elephant Bedroom is situated in the park, which means that unlike other properties in Samburu, you don't have to waste time driving from them to the park and then back again in the evening. So it saves on transfer times, but means that every moment that you're in the car, you can have a wonderful wildlife experience. both itineraries stay in Giraffe Manor, which is probably the most iconic property in Kenya. It's situated in Nairobi and it really is amazing. It's also beside the Giraffe Sanctuary there. And in Lewa, clients will stay at one of the homes which belongs to probably one of the most famous families in Kenya, the Craig Douglas family, who've been living in the ranch since 1922. So as well as being a wonderful property like Samburu in the middle of the park, you actually get to experience living in a real private home as well. The other thing that people can do with us, which is quite unusual, is that you can spend a night with the Samburu tribe. Now, this isn't a singing, dancing type of experience. It's very real and authentic, whereby you would go and spend 24 hours with the tribe, going with them when they bring the animals out in the evening and, you know, back again later and in the morning. You can see them herding the animals, tending to their animals, building their homes. And it's a real, authentic type of experience. People don't bring money with them because there's nothing to buy, and they really do feel that they engage with the people. And the Samburu, unlike other tribes, are still quite remote, so they haven't changed much over the years. So it's a wonderful opportunity because in 20 years' time or so, when the children all go to school, this way of life will have changed. Here you can see the amazing beadwork that they do. And also this, for example, is where they live. This is actually my mother-in-law's hut, and they build huts like these every few months, and then as the pasture is eaten by the animals, they move on. So they're sort of nomadic pastoralists. Any clients that have done this experience with us have really talked about how big an impact it made on their lives and how the memories have stayed with them. And it's something that has resonated with them after they came back home. This is the itinerary where clients will stay in Oljogi. It's for 12 nights. And they start in Giraffe Manor, then Oljogi, then they go to the Naivasha area, and finally they spend 4 nights in the Masai Mara. It is a lovely itinerary. It's, again, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have both a naturalist and documentary maker such as Reinhard traveling with you, but also to have someone like my husband, who is a warden in the Kenyan Wildlife Service and an elder of one of the tribes there. If you are interested in these itineraries, please look at our website, africanluxury.com, or send an email to sales@africanluxury.com, where we can give you any more information you need. And the good thing is that Reinhard Radke has also made himself available for private clients in the months of August and November. These are more pictures of wonderful properties in Kenya as well. So all in all, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I hope that we can share it with you. Thank you for listening.